Out there on the dock, I lost all track of time, staring at a single star. It started to dance in the sky, and then, out of nowhere, hoo hoo hoo, an owl hooted from the trees behind me. It was so quiet, so still, so unreal. And that owl became the mirror I didn't even know I needed. This is the story of my 6-day spiritual retreat, the owl that revealed my spirit, the bear that stood with my brother, Grant, and how it all changed the way I see the world. I didn't head 3 hours into the wilderness for comfort. I went because I needed to strip away the noise. No alcohol, no distractions, no escape. 6 full days with just nature, ritual, movement, and most importantly, silence. I wanted to come back more present for my boys, and I wanted clarity about the path I'm on building disciplined being. One night, it was the Monday night of the trip. I was sitting at the fire. Grant had already went to bed. He wasn't feeling good. And I was watching the flames flicker. And I started getting this anxious feeling inside of me. And it said to just get up and move. So I got on my bike and I started pedaling into the darkness along the road at Blue Lakes there. No street lights there. Just the glow of the moonlight that was starting to flicker through the trees. I didn't know where I was going. I just started cruising. And as I came up to this one dock on East Blue Lake, I had this pull to steer straight into the darkness. I wasn't scared. I knew what was down there. And it was just light enough from the moon that I could see where I was going. And I got down to the dock, and from there I just felt like I wanted to lay down on this dock and look up at the stars. It was so calm and so clear. I just wanted to lay there in peace. So I started looking up and focusing on one bright star that I could see in the night sky. And as I laid on that dock, staring at that single star, I focused so deeply that it began to dance and to shimmer, like it was alive. I lost track of time completely. And then, breaking through the silence, an owl started hooting in the trees. This loud hoo hoo hoo. And it was over and over again for like 10 minutes. I didn't hear it fly in. It had just been sitting there the whole time. And it sat there the whole time that I laid there. In that moment, it felt like the world was listening back. The next morning, I told Grant what happened at the lakeside there. He looked at me and said, "That could be your spirit animal." Grant doesn't throw that stuff around lightly. He was an Indigenous police officer for 17 years. He's seen horrible things that would have sent most people to the psych ward. Now, he suffers from PTSD, Parkinson's. He was trained in smudging by an Indigenous medicine man years ago. He's done a few ceremonies. He's smudged my house, actually. See that story in a recent video. Link will be in the description. He's had mediums and tarot card readers all tell him over and over that he has some powerful spiritual sense. And he's known for years that his spirit animal is the bear. The bear represents strength, protection, grounded courage, and resilience. It's the guardian of the heart. That's Grant. Strong, protective, a warrior who's walked through darkness and still chooses the light. So when he looked at me with awe and said, "Scott, maybe the owl is yours," it hit different. It wasn't until I came home and sat down with my journal and reflected with the help of AI. That's when the significance landed. The owl is wisdom, the ability to see through illusions, deception, and distraction, to cut through the BS. That's exactly where I'm at in life. The owl wasn't random, it was revelation. Nature didn't make it easy for us up there. The rain came down steady, the wind blew strong, it was cold. But I didn't hide. I ran the trails, shadow boxed in the mist, jumped in the cold lake, and let the cold baptize me. Movement before coffee, sweat before scrolling. Not that there was much self-service up there, but every single time, it reset my mind. One of the most powerful movements was the smudge ceremony. Grant led it, trained by a medicine man, guided by the teachings in the book Smudging and Blessings by Jane Alexander. We called on the bear for strength and protection, the eagle for higher vision, the buffalo for gratitude and abundance, and the coyote for humility and play. And as the smoke rose and we finished up the ceremony, we were just sitting on that hilltop reflecting. And one bald eagle soared across the lake in our direction. It felt like an answer, like the spirits acknowledged the call. Sitting by that glassy water, the silence was louder than any chaos I'd chased in the past. I realized I used to seek intensity to feel alive. UFC fights, drama, distraction. But real aliveness is behind the eyes, in the chest, between the breaths. Presence is way louder than noise, and it's free. And here's the wild synchronicity. We didn't plan it, but Grant's friend booked the same week right next to our site. But their energy was kind of heavy, kind of negative. The old me might have absorbed it, but with the owl watching over me, I just observed it. That contrast made me grateful for who I am now. Presence protects you. We even joked about the little people. It's a myth in the indigenous culture, kind of like that of the leprechaun in the Irish culture. Trickster spirits, so to speak. Grant's dog leash went missing for like a day and a half and then just reappeared right on the table. My dog's leash unclipped itself. I knew for sure it was clipped, and it was very hard to unclip. You needed a strong grip. Spirits or not, the message was the same. Slow down, live with awareness, treat everything as sacred. And on the last day, as we drove home, 2 bald eagles soared above us, about 20 meters just above the truck windshield. They both soared as if they were guiding us home before they veered off into the trees. It was like they were escorting us. 1 eagle after the ceremony, 2 guiding us home. Coincidence? Maybe. I believe it's confirmation. 6 days in nature taught me more than 6 months in the city ever would. Ritual beats motivation. Environment is a coach. Sobriety adds more than it subtracts. Attention is pure love. These are all the tools I brought back. Dads, our kids don't need perfect. They need presence. Control your breath. You control your tone. Control your tone. You control the room. That's leadership at home. That's love in action. This retreat wasn't about escaping life. It was about remembering life. The owl reminded me of my gift to see through illusions and choose presence. The bear reminded Grant of his gift to protect, to stand strong. And together, we remembered what really matters. If you want to practice what I lived out there, I built the 7-day presence protocol. It's a simple roadmap, daily actions, meditations, and prompts to reset your life. Links below. Thanks for being here. No time like the presence. Drop a comment with what sign hit you the most. The owl, the eagle, or the silence. And subscribe for more. See you in the next one.